All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. Hope everybody had a fantastic week, fantastic weekend, and looking forward to this weekend. We have the Independence Day on 4th of July. So, yeah, I hope everybody's looking forward to that as well. We got candle closures, right, coming up in about 20 minutes, right? So, let's dive in. Let's dive in right away and see if we can get an outlook here on what the market's looking to do. Uh, where am I? This is the gold chart, right? So we're on gold in a daily time frame, and as you guys already know, right, we're gonna take a look at the levels here, right? So we got our. Ooh, wait, what is? Oh, I see what happened. Give me one second. I'll keep this color right here. That's more my thing. All right, so we got our resistance. We have this support level. So if you can see here, we're kind of ranging here on gold, right? So we're kind of in this consolidation phase, even though these are massive moves, though. But we're respecting this previous high, so we've tapped into it 3 times. Right now, we kind of dipped down. Now we're kind of trying to climb back up. Current daily candle, no bottom wick. Previous daily close bullish. This other candle here, this bearish candle, had no top wick. So, um, not sure if gold is looking to, kind of break out of this and kind of just retest, but we did close below this level. So if you notice, we had this support here, right? So we had support here, support, and we had support in this range here, respected here as well. And this daily candle closed below, but you know very likely could have been a fake out here because we kind of closed back up inside this range here, and now we're still pumping up. We took out the previous daily highs, right? So in a case like this, we can anticipate that there could be some further movement. We might want to come up and make a top wick here for this candle, but um, unless we get a closure above like this structure right here, if we break that structure there, we should probably come back up and retest. But more likely than not, this thing is gonna curl over here. Um, right now that's kind of the bigger outlook on the gold charts here off the daily, right? So I'm gonna what the heck? All right, let's take a look at the 4 hour here. So yeah, so this the 4 hour time frame. We're pumping here. We're moving bullish on this chart here. Let me delete these here. All right, so 4 hour support right here, right? We have a resistance level right around this area right here. And notice how we're tapping right into that right here. But we're respecting that here. We got 17 minutes of candle closure. Looks like we're going to respect this resistance right here. But we tap right into it. So it's very interesting. 17 minutes is a lot of time. So it's still possible this thing can push up and want to close above. I'm not 100% sure on that. So we're going to have to wait for candles to print, right? And we'll get a better idea. But if we start closing above this range here, then, we're looking at some big moves here. We have a gap to fill here, and then we have the swing highs up here. All right. But at the moment, it looks like we're respecting it. So if we get this level to hold here and we start curling over and then we move down to the smaller time frame, let's say for like the 1 hour here, so you can see we're respecting that there, and we start curling over and break this small support here, we believe we could come down the range here and just kind of retest down here. So let's see. But if we start closing above this level, then I'll probably target this gap up here, which is about maybe 130 pips or so, and then the top of the range. So yeah, there could be some opportunities here during Asia, but we would have to wait, right? You have to stay patient and wait for our setup. All right, so that's what I have on gold for now. We'll wait for those candles to close. Look at the nines. Oh my goodness. We go into the look at this daily chart, bro. My goodness. All-time highs smashed. I mean, this thing ripped. No bottom wicks. I mean, this thing is extremely bullish. What can I tell you, right? We have no levels to measure, no liquidity to grab up here. Yeah, this thing could freaking run up. Who knows how freaking high? But I'll be honest with you guys. I think it's very overextended, and we will get something to curl over here, but there's no signs of this thing turning around anytime soon here. Let's look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour, you know, made its minor corrections here. Look at these corrections, correction, another correction up here, but this thing keeps just pumping. So yeah, NASDAQ is trading at all-time highs, my friends. Everything is pumping up. What's the US 30? Look at the Dow. Jesus, this is insane. The S&P ripping. Everything's ripping to the upside. So the market is extremely bullish. You know, gold, you know, as you can see, it's been trickling down with the market pumping up, but I think this move to the downside is a 1, 2, 3, like a three-way correction, and now we're getting a little bit of a pullback here, and that's why I'm expecting once we came down and broke, this is just a correction to this drop here, and perhaps if we stay below this level, we can curl over and come back down. You know, that's kind of the, you know, what price action is somewhat indicating here. So we'll keep an eye on it. But as far as the NASDAQ, I mean, you know, I don't want to buy this up here at all. You know, I'll be crazy to try to get into a buy up here. You know, no matter what the smaller time frames are saying, I would much rather wait for a break of structure, right? So we can wait for a break below this level right here. Yeah. So we can come down and take out these lows here and rip through these wicks. You know, we have a gap to fill here, got this level down here, and plenty of room to move down. I mean, look at this. All that liquidity to grab all the way down here. You know, so let's see. But this thing is looking to take out the highs and continue to move up, right? So yeah, I'm not touching NAS until it breaks structure here. Any closures below 22,630, I'll be interested. But right now, it can run up as high as it wants. I'm not touching that shit. All right, gang. So 13 minutes left. Look at the 1 hour. You know, previous 1 hour, right? No top wick. This candle made top wick, respected, right? We're still respecting this resistance level here. Bearish closure, I don't know. Let's see. It has to close strong bearish for me to, you know, because it could still rip through very easily. You might want to target this gap up here before it rolls over. So we'll see. We're on this uptrend here. You could even draw a trend line across here. Look, if you was to do something like this, right? Look at this. I even put it right here. Right? So we might want to come down, retest here, and bounce off and kind of range. And then once that triangular formation here, it's either going to break up to the upside or to the downside. So this is, you know, it's a good way to look at it. I don't like to paint the trend lines inside a range like that, but just to get an idea of if we're going to come down to make a correction, we could have a potential target down here. So we'll see. All right, gang, so we got 11 minutes of candle closures here, so let's wait on it, man. Let's wait on it. Gang, if you're watching, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't done so. Help support the channel. I appreciate that. Yeah. At this point, it's a matter of candle closures here. I want to see how this 1 hour is going to print. We have 30 minutes ranging here. Everything is consolidating right now. 4 hours going to close bullish, but we've been moving bullish this whole time. So, you know, I would expect perhaps a top wick and then a flip. But if it comes down to make a bottom wick first, I might want to take the buys up here. So it's, you know, it's an important level. We'll wait and see. Yeah, this 4 hours definitely closing bullish unless we get some crazy volume that flip it in the next 10 minutes, which I highly doubt. It's moving up again. Ah, what's up, man? What's going on, Julian, my man? I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, again, this is the thing about trading. When we have some time, I want to I like to go over these things with you guys. It's about patience, right? Um, a lot of people see this move up, for example, here, right? Candles haven't closed, it's looking bullish, and they want to take a buy right off the bat, right? They want to call the lows here and expect this to continue to rip up, but this would be a terrible entry for a buy without waiting for any confirmation, because we've already made this move up, right? We would tap down here, came up, corrected, and then swung all the way up, right, into the next level. If you would have taken the buys from here, right, we respected here. Once this closed bullish, your entry could have been anywhere around this area. Or once you got the breakout on the correction, you could have taken a buy here and rode it all the way up, right? Because your target should have been this level right here to begin with. So, but taking the buy here is probably not a good idea. Not to say it's not going to move up, but you want to wait for closures above. There's a whole bunch of technicals you have to wait on. So your 4-hour closure above this level would be perfect. I'm not opposed to the buys. I'm just, waiting, right? Trading is 80% waiting and 20% trading. So most times you have to wait, right? Sometimes you get a trade, sometimes you don't. But you have to wait for your playbook setup, win or lose. No matter what happens in the trade, if we get a winner or a loser, I'm okay with the loss as long as I traded my plan. Wow, NASDAQ is really pumped. Crazy. Look at almost 23,000. I mean, this move went up practically with no correction. I mean, we got a couple of bearish candles in between, but it was nothing like this where we got a pullback. There's been no pullback. See, drove up. Same. Bitcoin is ranging. Bitcoin ain't doing nothing. I got this level marked up here. You know, um, I don't get into the habit of trading Bitcoin, but I mean, this resistance has been major resistance. Look at that. We haven't broken out of this level forever. And we got a massive correction to the downside, came back up, and now we're ranging here. But we haven't taken out those all-time highs yet. So, but I honestly, I see Bitcoin coming all the way back down. What the hell? Oh, this is probably a previous drawing. That's why. Um, yeah, yeah, we might be coming down to these support areas right here. So you see how we made this move up? Now we're just choppy up here. Right after making that all-time high, we kind of just chopped. But I think it's gonna roll over, and it might want to come retest these lows around 72,000. But it's a good opportunity for those who invest in crypto and invest in Bitcoin and stuff like that. I mean, I'm heavily invested, so I've been holding for a long time. So, But there's still opportunities, on any major pullback. Like I said, if this thing can come down to 84 to 70, 72,000 around there, that's a good opportunity to buy some. Just start buying in, dollar cost average. But Bitcoin eventually, I believe Bitcoin is gonna hit that 250,000, 300,000 in the near future, in a couple of years or so. All right, look at this. 4 minutes left on this 4 hour, and gold is trying to crack above here. We'll zoom in on this candle. Let's keep an eye on it in the next 4 minutes and see what happens. All right. Patience, patience, patience. What other levels we have on gold? I mean, look at this right here. Yeah, so look, we have some fair value gaps here. Look at this, right? I told you that gap fill there. So you might want to come in, tap into that fair value gap, and then we might get a push down. But if we can create that displacement here, start pumping up and get a closure above, right? And violate this fair value gap, then we might target the one up here. Look, there's another gap to fill up here. Yeah, this is a good area for sales, especially, right? So it's looking pretty good. We come into this area here, I wouldn't mind looking at. So let me see if there's any. Let me see, 1 hour. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, so let's see. Maybe around this area, once we tap right into this area here, I'll look for some selling opportunities, right? Even if it's a retest here, I mean, we still get a 60, 70 pip drop to the retest, right? And make our bag right there. So let's see. Let's see what happens. We got to close above, though. Are we? That was a fair value gap here that got tapped into. It got tapped into here, and we got pushed down. And this made a wick down lower. Now we flip back up. So yeah, gold is bullish right now, man. At the moment, right? But we got an FEG down here, right? So we can come down and make this correction to 3,300 and then break later. So many options, right? We would just have to wait for the candles to print. I would love a little correction here, right? But if we break through, the drop from here, will be epic too. So let's see. There's a nice FEG right here on the 1 hour. 30 minute here. 30 minute FEG. Look at the 15 minute. Yeah, it's amazing, It's 5 minute, no bottom wick. It's pumping up. It's pumping up. Yeah, we're looking to close above here, gang. I'll wait on it, though. I'll wait on it. All right, we got 10 seconds. What are we looking at here? Wow, this is gonna suck. It's gonna close right on the line here. Yeah, we broke. Yep. All right, so we got a closure above. Let me wait. I'm so close. Yeah, barely though. Damn. I need a steeper wick here. I'm gonna buy it right up to that FEG. Give me a steeper wick down. You already broke the highs though. That sucks. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I want a steeper wick here, gang. So I think it's targeting this fair value gap up here. Am I gonna get it? Let's wait on it and see. Especially if we can come down and take out the previous lows here and then flip, that would be awesome, right? Come and tap into this FEG and then we can look for the buys up. Yeah, there we go. You see how we flipping back? What's the 4 hour looking like? It barely has a top wick. This 4 hour has close to nothing. This thing might want to stay low here. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the print. 30-minute no bottom wick here. Yeah, like you get a pull back down, that would be great. All right, let's see what start pulling back for us here. Here off the 5-minute. Yeah, we can come down, make this bottom wick, tap into there. It's not a horrible idea to kind of like take the flip and a continuation upwards. FEG here on the 15th. All right, let's see. Let's see if it runs up. Then you know, I would look for some sell opportunities right around this area here, as long as we don't invalidate it. Patience, gang. Patience. Patience. Might face some rejection here too. Not opposed to the buys. I mean, we did close above, but this bottom wick on the 4 hours not how I like them. I like these steeper wicks down and then the reflip. Okay, so yeah, so that 5 minute just tapped into that FEG there, but suspecting here. See, it's gonna break through. We get a correction on the 5 minute to come down, and then we could take off there. Yeah, it invalidated. I think it's pushed right through. Come back. Yeah, but be ready, gang, because this you know, more likely than not, will be somewhat quick. It's 38 pips. Hmm. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get a bit of a pullback here. It's looking like on this 30 minute. I'm what I'm thinking is it's gonna come up here, but this thing could go a lot further up. Why is my thing lagging? What's going on here? Oh, come on. This is terrible. It's looking bullish. Crazy. Yeah, the entry was perfect right after this correction here. Once this candle flipped bullish, this one confirmed, and I think right around this area we could have taken that buy. I mean, that's like 300 pips, over 300 pips. So yeah, a good entry would have been down here, but I wasn't on stream at the time. So we're up here now, right? So we'll find our opportunities up here. I think there's still plenty of room to move up. You know, there's still a good 70, 80 pips to move up here. I'm just waiting for this candle or the 15 to give us a bit of a pullback here. This is frustrating. My internet is good. I don't understand what's going on here. Normal do. Switch it over to this chart. Just hang tight, gang. I'm gonna take care of this problem here. Trying to figure out what the heck. Trying to fix this problem. I'm trying to read. Here, it's not coming up. Something's up with this. Still loading up here, so oh, there it is, finally. What the hell? Alright, let me see if I can set it up one more time. It didn't come up. No, it doesn't. Goodness gracious. This is frustrating. Alright, in the meantime, let's write it out here while I try to figure out what the hell is going on over there. Alright. This thing is pumping over here. Yeah, this is the level we're breaking out of right here. Need to wait. I'm on the 30-minute time frame, so I'm gonna wait for that opportunity. I think it's gonna want to go into that fair value gap in there. It's one of a bit of a pullback, but these things are just pumping. No pullback whatsoever. Oh, we're getting one now. All right. I still want to wait for this candle to close here. Yeah, we got to close off the 15-minute. It's not bad. Not bad. Bullish on the 30-minute. We should be closing in about 10 minutes. We're getting close to that FEG though. Yeah, we never got the pullback, not even on the 4 hour. Yeah, that 4 hour didn't give us that pullback we wanted. This thing just. I'll wait. Yeah, on futures, this is the futures chart for me here. This candle, this 4 hour candle closed at 10 o'clock in another 39 minutes or so. So we'll see. We'll see if it's gonna pull up. Once it takes the value gap out the picture, this thing could flip. The buys look good, but I don't like taking those entries without, the nice pullback. It was a small pullback and it just flipped. A lot of times in those cases, I don't jump in like that. I'd rather wait. A lot of times this could be a fake out. This thing could pump up, next candle could drive right back down. Yeah, so we can get let's say on this 15, uh we get like a bearish closure, right? We can come down and form some sort of like retest, make the retest here, or form some sort of like minor support. Then we can take it back up. trying to see if I can fix this issue with it's not working. I think I know how to fix it though. Hold on. Might be able to fix this midstream. I just gotta add it to my just bear with me, gang. I'm trying to see if I can fix this problem here. Fix it. Why is it not working? No. Oh, did it? No. No, that's not it. Bro, I'm trying to fix this thing here, but it's not reading it for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. All right, gang. Well, we'll figure something out later. We'll work here for now. Yeah, my trading view chart. It's I don't know, something's up here. All right, just work with this and we'll figure this out here. Well, we got 2 minutes to candle closures. Let's see what this 30-minute. And all right, so this 30-minute is definitely gonna break out, right? We're gonna get the breakout. What I would like to see is for the next candle to give us a bottom wick here, and if we can reflip and take out the highs, I'll be in. Let's see how this candle prints, right? Let's watch this 30-minute candle here. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go with MGC for this trade. Come on, up here. Show it on the same page. Yep. All right. All right, so we got a new candle that popped up here. Let's see what this candle does. Yeah, I want a bottom wick here. And I'll look for long positions, right? Yeah, I'll wait on it though. Give me a steeper wick. Come on. I want to, yeah, there we go. Yeah, because I want to get in on the break of the 30-minute highs here. I want to get a steep wick here. All right, gang. Yeah, I'm gonna have gonna be ready to buy. If we take out the highs here, I'm taking this buy here. No, not yet, gang. Excuse me. If we take out the 30-minute highs, we already came down, made a bottom wick. If we flip and break the highs here, then I'll take that buy up. Be short. I'm just catching this bit of a range fill probably to the top here. We got this FEG right here too, so it might be right up here. It's like an 80 pip move, 70 pip move. It's not bad. Just want to see how this candle reacts though. The steeper the wick, the more comfortable I am with the trade though. Yeah, never tapped into it. Okay. Sometimes I like to take the wick entries. The wick is steep. About 1 hour looking. It's looking good. Steeper wick wouldn't be bad though. It's not too bad though. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. Yeah, these steeper wicks I like more. All right, gang. I got in right here on a buy. All right. So, that's my buy here. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong. Oops, sorry, gang. Give me 1 second. Oh boy. Yeah, this is what it is right here for me. Sorry. All right. Let me just go do something real quick because I think I took a buy on the NASDAQ. I left it on the close that. Accidentally opened it on NQ. My bad. All right, gang. We're back. It's just that the setups here is just so weird. Anyway, all right, stops. I'm gonna put them right here. Take that risk there. Or as a matter of fact, let me see. Now my stops will probably be higher, right in that range there, just below the previous 30-minute low. And my profit's gonna be. I'm gonna target the FEG. So yeah, probably around 500 bucks. All right, I'm in it, gang. Here, risking about 285 bucks. It's not a big risk here. That's the trade, gang. We're in it. Let me see. I want to make sure you guys can see it on the screen. You guys see it there? I don't want to zoom out too much because you guys can see it there. There you go. Yeah, I got short stops on this one. If you can see, my stops are right below the previous 30-minute lows, just right here. You can see it right there. That's it. Stop me out. Minus 285, we get stopped out. So I'll let it run with. But now that we came down, made a pretty decent wick after closing above, you know, I would expect this candle to reflip, re-break the highs, and continue to move up. And then my target is up here at the fair value gap. Now let's see what happens. I'll have a short leash on this trade though, you know. So impulse entry, and You know, once it breaks the highs and runs a few pips, you know, I'll probably go break even and let it run, see what happens. All right, gang, but we're in this buy. See. Yeah, I think it's gonna target that fair value gap up there. We'll see if it starts running up. Once we re-break the previous 30 highs, we take out those highs. That will already be in profit by then anyway. But once we break the highs, then we should be running up. All right, so we're tapping right into that support now. See if it holds here. Sometimes it'll wick down and kind of sweep the lows before it flips up. So, but if we come down too steep, I don't want to be in this trade anyway. My stops are right there below the previous 30-minute lows there. Dang, who's quaking? There's no quaking here, gang. If you're quaking, is you must have over leveraged. What am I risking on this? Look at this. 0.17. I'm not even risking a percent of my account. Not even 0.5%. It's a technical stop loss. My stops had the break of the previous 30-minute lows. You know, that's the risk I'm willing to take. You know, doesn't make me or break me. I'm in profit in my account anyway. I'm already running in profit. So this is just the expectation that we got the break above on the 30-minute, and this new candles making the bottom wick. And then I'm expecting the reflip and breaking the highs. We took the impulse entry when it came down to make up. It was in the red. Yeah, I'm in. I have five micro contracts open here. I'm in with five contracts here on the MGC futures chart. For those who are asking, see we'll reflip and break the highs and take off. All right, come on, Goldie. It. All right, well, we're doing all right. We're running about 10 pips in profit now. A little less than now. We're running 10. Yeah, I want to take out the highs. Once it re-breaks the highs, I think we should be in good shape to continue to move up here. Yeah, once we flip and take out the highs, I'll probably go break even right then and there. I'm not gonna, you know, mess around too much, but we'll try to secure what we can. If anything, I'll probably just close with some good profit. Let's see how it runs up though. Have plenty of volume coming up, but then once we get into trade, it just kind of stalls and whatnot. Fine. Hey, if you want to get out of this trade, it's in profit right now. Look, I'm up 30 bucks, 35 bucks, but it's right around break even here. We're slightly in profit, so if you want to get out, this is the time. This is the time. I'm good with my risk. I'll let it play out. I got my plan. I know what I'm looking at. And once we closed above on the 30-minute, came down, made a bottom wick. We took the impulse entry. Now I'm waiting for the flip, right? Because initially I was looking at the break of the 30-minute highs, but then when it came down further, I took the impulse entry, right? That's why we got in here. So now once we reflip and take out the highs, we should run up here. Whoa. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was huge thundering lightning out there today. Super loud. Come on, gold. Yeah, we're waiting for that reflip on the 30. Gang, it's just a simple trade, gang. Just let it play out. Like I said, you already know where my stop loss is. I already told you. It's right below the previous 30-minute lows. That's it. That's what I'm putting my stop loss on the screen. TP's, like I said, at that FEG range up there. But I'll see how it's moving. You know, sometimes once it goes up and it's in pretty good profits, I just close it, man. Close the full position, take my profits, and run. This thing wants to reflip too, but it's struggling. It's struggling. It's too soon for me to go BE. I want this thing to at least flip bullish or take out the highs, both, because it's right there. Once it reflips bullish, it'll more likely take out the highs. I'll go BE then. Let it play out and see what happens. Yeah, we're running about 10 and a half pips in profit. See, we should see some volume here coming in around 10 o'clock or so. Yo, Shorty, what's up? First of all, brother, congratulations on the baby, granddaughter. I think it's amazing. So send my best to the family, and yeah, I seen some pictures, bro. So it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna buy gold buy here. Took a gold buy here on the 30-minute, so off the 30. Once we broke above resistance, came down, made a bottom wick. Now I'm waiting for the reflip. We're in it, but we're right around break even right now, so it's bouncing around here. Let's see what happens. Small risk. My stops are right below the previous 30 high, 30 lows, and then I'm targeting a fair value gap up here on the left side, right here. This one, right there. That fair value gap might even be down here, actually, in the middle. I'll keep it up there. Yeah, small risk. I was talking about risk just a little while ago. I'm risking about 0.17%, so it's like less than 0.5% of my account here on this trade. So it's a small risk, but it's worth the shot. You know, we got the breakout, come down, make that bottom wick, and then the goal here is for it to re-break the previous 30 highs and take off. But if not, you know, like I said, it's a very small trade, very tight stops here. Yeah, I'm banking on that freaking I thought we were gonna get like that 930 volume, but it's bouncing. It's moving though. I think maybe a little later we'll get some better volume. All right, go. What do you want to do? Oh, we're gonna come down here. Whoa, look at that spike down. I don't know, it's still time 9:53. Did it take out the lows? Oh no, it didn't. All right. I thought it re-broke the lows there, but it just missed the lows right here. Got a little bit of a spike down here. Four-hour time frame. Let's take a look. 4 hour on gold. Well, it's pulling back here, and I have this resistance level here that is looking to stay above it. Well, actually, no, it's actually below it right now. And yeah, we got about 6 minutes. So you know, but I think if this 4 hour closes above, you know, this thing could still run up. But we'll see. Which is one of the reasons why my stops are below the 30-minute lows, because if we do break the previous 30 lows and start kind of pushing down, that would mean the 4 hour would close below um, this resistance level here as well. So like I said, I wouldn't want to be in that trade if we're not going to get that continuation to the upside. So Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on, that volume. Let's see if it's gonna push it up or push it down. All right, we got less than 2 minutes for this candle closure here on the 30-minute. It's a new 1 hour candle as well. So far, we're above the resistance level as of right now. Let's see what happens in the next minute. All right, so we got a new candle. 4 hour closed above. Yep. Yeah. All right, so 4 hour closed above. All right. Well, so 1 hour closed above. Let's see if we making this bottom wick to flip. I'll stick to the 30-minute because I can see the range is a little bit better. Sometimes that new bottom wick could be a little steep, but let's see. Let's see if we'll survive this pullback here. Now I'm not changing anything. Yeah, no, everything stays the same. My stops are right there. That's what I'm willing to risk. That's it. Come down and get stopped out. I'll wait. Doesn't mean the buys aren't going to play out. You know what I mean? Sometimes these bottom ways can be a little steeper than we want, but I don't want to risk more than that. This is the trade we're in. I'm sticking to it, and I'll wait. I'll just wait, regardless of the result. You know, That's the setup I was waiting for, and I waited, and I traded it, and that's it. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I'm trading on my futures chart tonight. I had some issues with the trading view. It was lagging, and I try to, reboot it and upload it into the OBS, but it just, you know what? I don't have time to deal with it, so I left it on the futures chart here, and we go with this. We'll wing it. And looking to come down and sweep the lows here. I'm waiting for a reflip too on this one. So even if we come down and break the lows, it's possible this thing might reflip. The 4 hour and the 1 hour already confirmed the closure above. And again, sometimes these bottom wicks can get a little steep before they reflip. So we'll see how it plays out for us, but doesn't mean the buys aren't in play. Yeah, the previous 30-minute never broke the lows on this candle right here. We came down, made a bit of a spike. This one just came down but failed to break the lows here too. It's trying to. It would be perfect if this candle were flip bullish now, re-break its own high and start running up. Yeah, brother. Have a good night, man. We'll chat up tomorrow. All right, Goldie, Goldie, Goldie. What are you doing? This thing is bouncing around here. I'll be right back. All right, gang. Just hang in there, and I'll be right back. All right, gang, I'm back here. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're still dancing around here. Okay, let's see what's going over there. Yeah, it didn't break the previous 15 lows either. I'm looking to add more contracts in my position here, gang. I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute closure and see. We respect that support now. Hmm. Risk isn't that much. Yeah. I might consider adding some contracts here, gang. Um, There's about 30 pips from the stops here. Won't be much more risk for me. You know what? Let's see. I want to see if we're gonna take out the lows. Got the low. Yep. All right. So lows there. Yeah, it took out the lows there. Previous 30 lows. Let's see. All right, and took out those 30 lows right here, which is the previous 1 hour lows there. Let's see if it's gonna start pushing up here. I added 2 contracts to a position there. Let's see if this candle, now that it took out the lows here, start flipping. Stops us out, that's fine. The risk is still minimal. Stop loss still the same, right below. I just added two more contracts. Looking like right almost where stock was. Let's see. Will we survive here? This thing just like missed our stop loss by a few pips there. Look at that. It was almost like a quick flash. I didn't even see the candle drop there. One thing I didn't like is how this 30 closed below here. Didn't like that too much here. Made a wick here. That wick almost stopped us out. I mean, just wick right to it there. But let's see. Let's see if this candle now will drive us up. This could have been the impulsive move. Now this could have been the correction. Now we're gonna start riding it up here. Let's see what happens, gang. Once I added 2 contracts, I can move my entry to this right here. Yeah, once you add 2 contracts, especially if you're in drawdown, then it drops. In this case, it dropped the entry further down, only to match what the drawdown balance was at the time of that I added the 2 contracts. At this point, I'm just waiting for a bullish flip here, bullish closure too. You know, we can take out the highs then. I want to see if we re-break these highs, right? We come back, not re-break them, but take them out here with this candle. So we already made a bottom wick here. We can kind of form a little minor support here, and then we start taking out these highs, come up, take out these highs, and start driving up. Yeah, we almost got stopped out here. This is crazy. All right, we took out the highs, and we're in the blue. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we'll hold. I'm still not going BE just yet. I'll let this play out. A lot of times it comes up, takes out the highs, and then reflips. But I'm good. I'm good with the risk. I really want to see if we're gonna drive up. I want to see if we're gonna drive up here. Oh, reflip down. Look at that. Yeah, it broke the highs and started coming down. That's not a good sign, to be honest with you. But candles still haven't closed out, so we'll see. We'll see. If we re-break the highs now, I'll do 2 things. I'll definitely lower my risk at that point. What I'll do is I'll move my stops right below the current 30 minutes. If we come back up and re-break the highs here, we shouldn't come back down or re-break its own low here. That's, that's very unlikely. So I'll lower my risk. I'll put my stops right below this current 30 candle low, 30-minute candle low. Let's see. At the moment, I'll leave them where they are. I want to see if we come back up and re-break the highs here. I want to see it re-break its own high right here. Just kind of take out the highs. I'll move my stop loss right below the current 30-minute low. See that push up. Almost there. Go playing games, bro. It's patience, gang. It's once you have your plan and your setup, win or lose, if you trade your plan, you did the right thing. Bottom line. Wow, didn't re-break the highs there. It almost did, but now it's flipping back down. So let's see. A bullish closure here on the 30 would be ideal, but it's starting to come down here after making a steeper wick. Took out the previous 30 highs. You might want to come down and take out the previous 30 lows, and by that time, if it does that, it'll definitely take us out there, because the previous 30 lows nearly wicked us out. But we do have a bottom wick on this candle right here, so we can just kind of push up and close bullish, somewhat strong bullish here. Then we're in good shape. But if it starts to flip and re-break its own low, more likely than not, we're coming down here. Yeah, see the 1 hour closed bullish above the resistance level here, came down, took out the lows, made a bottom wick, and now it pushed up. So it's struggling right in that area there. But I'm thinking if this 1 hour can reflip bullish and break its high here, we should run up, at least to grab this wick up here, and we'll be well in profit by then. So it's a matter of patience and waiting. Waiting, gang, waiting. No need to panic. Oh, look at this. There you go. All right, let's see if we can break the highs here, and then I'll drag my stop loss right below this current 30-minute. Oh, what time is it? Yeah, it's about 15 minutes. Oh, let's see. We'll start pushing up here. Let me see if the 1 hour flip bullish. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. 1 hour flipping bullish after being red the entire hour. There we go. We rebroke the highs here. Yeah, we rebroke the highs. All right, so I'm moving my stop loss right here, right below. Yeah, so now I cut my risk by like 160 bucks or so. Let's see. I want this thing to keep moving up here, gang. Like I said, now I lowered my risk much more, so I'm very comfortable here. Very tight stops. That's it. If it comes down and re-breaks this 30 low, then I'm good with it. Let's see if it runs up here. If we come up and take out this high up here, these highs, then I'll go break even. Right there. All right. Let's see if it keeps moving up. Dang, this trade is at break even. So again, if you're in it and you want to get out, this is the time to do it. there's a lot of time left on this candle, about 13 minutes. But we already, rebroke the highs there. I'm, cut my losses a little bit. So I cut my risk about in half, 7 to a point 10. So, you know, I lower my risk. If this thing reflips and re-break its own low, then yeah, it's more likely, very likely, it'll continue to drive down. But now that it came down, failed to break the lows, and then it re-broke its own high, more likely than not, this thing should continue up, right? It's a high probability, I should say. So that's just based on experience. But hey, this thing can easily reflip. But right now we're in it, and we're in profit. I'm up, what is that, $55 at the moment. So let's see. I wanted to take out these highs here, go break even. All right, come on, gold. Get that push up. Getting some volume here. Late in the Asia session too. Oh man, all right, gang. I'm getting a little tired here. It's been a while. All right, we got 5 minutes of candle closures here. Let's take a look and see what's gonna happen. We pull back down a little bit here. Is it gonna come down and re-break the lows here? All right, wow, with a minute to go, pull back down here. Let's see though. Let's see. All right, that was our closure. Yeah, no bottom wick on this candle here. See how this plays out. gonna come and break this high and reflip. I might be looking to get out here. Yeah, gang, I closed my position there, break even. Close it with what was it, 13? No, $6. Yeah, you know, took too long to develop. This could very well play out. I closed that break even here for myself. Um, it got too late, you know, and it's just dragging. No volume here. You know, once we made this correction, I would have thought we were gonna take off with this candle here, but it's just taking too long to develop. But if you're still holding this trade, you know, it could very well play out. Once we made this correction here, this thing could start trickling upwards now and come into this fair value gap up here. It's possible, right? But yeah, I'm out, gang. I'm out of this trade. I'm gonna get some well-needed rest, and you know, we'll come back at it tomorrow. Um, I will say I appreciate you guys being on stream, you guys participating as well. Um, for my platform members, we will be trading the New York market tomorrow. And yeah, I hope everybody has a safe, blessed night. And again, appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you.